of War Notes, broadcasting live from our studios here at home on this Tuesday evening. It's July 15th. And guess what? It's 1945 instead of 2025. But we are living 2025 issues. Now, tonight, we interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you breaking developments in what may be the final chapter of one of America's most controversial cases. The Department of Justice has just delivered what they are calling the definite word on the Jeffrey Epstein investigation. And folks, the revelations are sending shockwaves through Washington and beyond. I'm receiving word from our correspondents at the Justice Department that Attorney General Pamela Bondi, working in conjunction with the Federal Bureau of Investigation, has concluded their comprehensive review of the Epstein files. After months of promises about explosive revelations and mysterious client lists, the government has delivered a stunning admission that's leaving both supporters and critics of the current administration scratching their heads. The memo released just days ago states unequivocally that investigators found no evidence whatsoever that convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein maintained any form of client list or blackmailed prominent associates. This directly contradicts years of speculation and conspiracy theories that have captivated the American public since Epstein's death in his Manhattan jail cell back in August of 2019. Our source inside the Justice Department tell us that this comprehensive review examined every piece of evidence in the government's possession, including the controversial surveillance footage from the Metropolitan Correctional Center on the night of Epstein's death. The FBI's conclusion? Well, Jeffrey Epstein died by suicide, plain and simple. No murder, no cover up, no mysterious forces at work in the shadows. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this announcement comes after months of heightened expectations. Attorney General Bondi herself had previously promoted the theory that such a client list might exist, promising transparency and accountability. Hello and welcome, Theodore, to the program. The reversal has created what our political correspondent describes as a firestorm within the administration itself. Welcome, Black Fury Gaming, with even some of President Trump's most loyal supporters expressing frustration and disappointment. The timeline of events reads like something out of a political thriller. Back in February, the Department of Justice released what they call the first phase of declassified Epstein files, documents that detailed the convicted financer's sexual exploitation of over 250 underage girls across his properties in New York and Florida. The public was told more revelations would follow, but the full truth would finally be revealed. Welcome, Odell Diaz, to the program. But now, just 5 months later, the Justice Department has effectively closed the book on any further releases. The memo explicitly states that no one else involved in the Epstein case will be charged, with the notable exception of Ghislaine Maxwell, who is currently serving a 20-year sentence for child sex trafficking and related offenses. Welcome, Andy Smith, to the program. We are currently right now receiving reports from Capitol Hill that the announcement has created an unusual bipartisan moment of frustration. Democrats who had hoped the files might implicate high profile Republicans and Republicans who believed the documents would expose liberal elites now find themselves united in their disappointment with the Justice Department's conclusions. The implications of this announcement extend far beyond the immediate political fallout. For years, the Epstein case has been a lightning rod for conspiracy theories, with amateur investigators and social media sleuths convinced that powerful forces were hiding explosive secrets. The government's definitive statement that no such secrets exist is likely to fuel even more speculation about cover ups and hidden agendas. Our legal correspondent reports that the Justice Department's review was exhaustive, examining hundreds of pieces of evidence, including record devices, computers, hard drives, and memory sticks seized from Epstein's properties. If there was a client list, if there was evidence of blackmail, if there were recordings of powerful figures, the investigators say they would have found it. The memo also addresses the circumstances of Epstein's death, stating that investigators closely examined the prison surveillance footage and found no evidence of foul play. This puts to rest years of speculation about whether the wealthy financier was murdered to silence him or died by his own hand, as officially determined. Meanwhile, the Supreme Court is being urged by the Justice Department to reject an appeal from Ghislaine Maxwell, who is seeking to overturn her conviction. The department filed papers just hours ago arguing that Maxwell's 20-year sentence should stand, effectively ensuring that she remains the only person held accountable for the crimes committed in Epstein's network. As we go As we go to air tonight, President Trump is facing criticism from his own supporters who feel betrayed by what they see as broken promises about transparency in the Epstein case. The president reportedly told supporters not to waste time on the Epstein files, a comment that has generated significant backlash from those who voted for him, specifically because of his promises to expose government corruption. The broader implications of this announcement cannot be overstated. For millions of Americans who believe that the Epstein case was the key to exposing a vast network of corruption and abuse among the powerful elite, the Justice Department's conclusions represent either a disappointing end to their hopes or evidence of an even deeper conspiracy. From our newsroom, we've been monitoring social media reactions throughout the day, and the response has been swift and divided. Some are accepting the government's findings as the final word, while others are doubling down on their belief that the truth is still being hidden. The phrase, quote, they're lying to us, end quote, has been trending on multiple platforms since the announcement. As we conclude tonight's broadcast, we are reminded that the Epstein's case has become something of a Rorschach test for the American politics. People see in it what they want to see, what confirms their existing beliefs about power, corruption, and justice in America. Tonight's announcement from the Justice Department may have been intended to put the case to rest, but it's clear that for many Americans, the questions will continue to linger. This has been your host with War Notes, Paviel G. This is episode 160 and bringing you the latest developments in the Epstein investigation. We will continue monitoring this story as it develops, and we will return tomorrow night with more news from the front lines of American politics and justice. Until then, keep your ears open and your skepticism sharp. The truth, as they say, is out there, even if the government claims it's already been found. And from all of us here at War Notes, this is your correspondent Paviel G signing off. Stay vigilant, stay informed, And remember that in times like these, an informed citizenry is democracy's greatest defense. Good night, and may God bless America.